Is Chappell Roan the real deal in the music scene, or just a bit too much for people to handle? Let's dive into the top 10 rudest moments from Chappell Roan, where her zero-filter approach collides with fans, the red carpet, and even her own mental health struggles. Brace yourself for some serious drama as Chappell puts her foot down in front of cameras, takes on photographers, and isn't afraid to call people out, no matter who they are. 10. Photographer drama at Olivia Rodrigo's premiere. October 2024, the Netflix premiere of Olivia Rodrigo Guts World Tour was your typical glitzy red carpet until Chappell made it a lot more interesting. Mid-photo op, she went ahead and confronted a photographer she claimed disrespected her at the Grammys, calling him out right there. "You were so disrespectful to me at the Grammys," she said, demanding an apology on the spot. And guess what? It all was caught on camera, quickly going viral. People were divided. Some said she was standing up for herself, while others thought she was being a bit dramatic. But hey, when it comes to Chappell, you either love her for her boldness or think she's being just a bit too much. The internet lit up with debates, with some praising her for not letting disrespect slide, while others criticized her timing and choice of venue for the confrontation. 9. Shouting match at the MTV VMAs. The 2024 MTV VMAs red carpet had its usual chaos, but Chappell turned things up a notch. While adjusting her outfit, someone in the crowd yelled, "Shut the F word up." Without missing a beat, Chappell fired back, "You shut the F word up, not me, B word." Naturally, the clip blew up on social media. Opinions were split. Some thought she was defending herself. Others said she should have kept her cool. But for Chappell, it's never about being classy. It's about being real. She's not about to let people walk all over her, no matter how fancy the event. The incident led to a bigger discussion on social media about how celebrities are expected to behave in public. Is there always a need to stay poised, or is authenticity more important? 8. Calling out the VIPs at Outside Lands. August 2024, Outside Lands Music Festival, Chappell wasn't having it with the VIP section's lack of energy. Mid-performance, she called them out. "It's so weird that VIPs think they're too cool to do this. You're not fun." The general crowd cheered, loving her bluntness, while the VIPs, not so much. Some praised her for not sucking up to people with the fancy tickets, while others thought it was a bit unprofessional. But one thing was clear, Chappell's not here to pander. If you're in the crowd, you better bring the energy, VIP or not. This sparked a lot of debate online about the role of VIPs at concerts. Are they there to be entertained or just seen? Chappell's choice to call them out added to her image as someone who won't hesitate to point out the obvious, even if it means offending a few. 7. TikTok called out entitled fans. Chappell took to TikTok on August 2024, posting a video calling out some creepy behavior from fans. She wasn't holding back. Just because someone's famous doesn't mean you get to invade their personal space. I don't care if it's normal to abuse and stalk celebrities, it's not okay. The video went viral. With mixed reactions, some praised her for drawing the line, others thought she was being a bit too harsh. But Chappell's never been about sugarcoating. Fans defended her, pointing out that the mental toll fame can take, while critiques argued she should have been nicer. Either way, she made it clear she's got boundaries and she's not afraid to enforce them. The TikTok sparked larger conversations about the expectations placed on celebrities, with many fans echoing her sentimental that fame does not mean forfeiting personal rights. 6. Skipping European shows for the VMAs. September 2024, Chappell canceled her Paris and Amsterdam concerts to rehearse for her MTV VMAs performance. Fans who had tickets were furious, feeling abandoned for what they saw as a more glamorous gig. Social media exploded with complaints about her losing touch with her fans. Critiques argued she should have stuck to her commitments, while others thought she had every right to seize a major major career opportunity. It was a classic Chappell move, choosing what's best for her career, even if it didn't sit well with everyone. The incident highlighted the difficult balance between career ambitions and fan loyalty, and Chappell was once again at the center of a debate over whether personal growth should trump fan expectations. For many, it was another reminder that the music industry isn't always fair, and sometimes hard decisions need to be made. 5. Pulling out of the All Things Go festival. September 2024 was rough. Chappell also backed out of the All Things Go festival, citing her mental health as the reason. Fans were split. Some supported her decision to put well-being first. Others were just plain disappointed. The conversation quickly turned to the pressures of the industry and the importance of mental health. For many, her choice was a powerful statement about self-care, but others weren't so forgiving, calling her unreliable. It's tough being in the spotlight, and for Chappell, this was just another tough call she had to make. The incident brought up the age-old question of how much artists owe their fans and whether putting oneself first should ever be criticized. Chappell's honesty about her mental health struggles highlighted just how grueling fame can be, and her decision drew attention to the need for balance and boundaries in an industry that rarely allows either. 4. The Boow Yang SNL incident. Boow Yang did a Saturday Night Live sketch that many thought was a parody of Chappell. It was flamboyant, exaggerated, and seemed a little too close to home. Chappell, never one to stay quiet, went on social media to voice her disapproval, saying the sketch crossed the line. Bowen later clarified it wasn't aimed at her specifically, but by then the internet had already taken sides. Some said Chappell needed to chill. It was just comedy, after all. Others felt she had every right to set boundaries. Either way, she made it clear that she was not here for being the butt of a joke, especially not on national TV. The incident led to discussions about the role of satire and comedy in media. Is it fair game if it's all in fun, or should there be limits on how far comedians can go, especially when dealing with real people and their struggles? For Chappell, it was about standing up for herself, whether or not everyone agreed with her. 3. Setting boundaries with fans. Chappell's always been vocal about needing personal space, even if it makes her come off as cold. She's taken to social media to call out overzealous fans more than once, reminding everyone that she's a person too. Some people get it. They respect her need for privacy, but others feel she's alienating her supporters. Critics argue her approach could come off as ungrateful, while her supporters insist she's just being honest about her boundaries. Love it or hate it, she's not backing down on this one. The tension between maintaining a connection with fans while demanding respect for her personal life is something Chappell is unafraid to address. And while it may not win everyone over, it certainly adds to her authenticity. She's not interested in being the idol that's available 24/7. She's human and she demands to be treated like one. 2. The onstage dig at her ex. Lollapalooza, August 2024, Chappell decided to dedicate a song to an ex, and she didn't hold back. She called out the ex and even threw a message to her current fiancé: "You should break up." The crowd went wild, half shocked, half cheering. For some, it was pure entertainment, but others thought it was too personal for a public stage. But that's Chappell for you, raw, unfiltered, and totally willing to air her dirty laundry if it fits the mood. It might have made people uncomfortable, but she's not exactly here to play nice. This moment added to her reputation for mixing the personal with the public in a way that keeps everyone talking. Some argued it was empowering, turning her past pain into a performance, while others thought it was a step too far. Either way, it showed Chappell isn't about to compartmentalize her life just to make others comfortable. 1. Mental health versus fame. 2024 was a year where Chappell got really real about the downsides of fame. She opened up in the interviews and on social media about how exhausting it all is. The constant travel, the scrutiny, the demands. Many people found her honesty refreshing, a necessary reminder that fame isn't all it's cracked up to be. But of course, some critics called her out for complaining about a life that most people would kill for. To Chappell, it's about keeping it real. Just because something looks glamorous doesn't mean it's easy. Whether you see her honesty as empowering or just whining, there's no denying she's pulling back the curtain on what fame can really do to a person. The conversations around her openness touched on the pressures of staying relevant, the emotional toll it takes, and the misconception that celebrities have it easy. For Chappell, sharing her struggles wasn't about gaining sympathy. It was about being transparent in a world that often expects perfection. From public spats to setting strict boundaries, Chappell Roan doesn't hold back, and that's exactly why she keeps people talking. She's unfiltered, unapologetic, and definitely not here to please everyone. Love her or hate her, Chappell's determined to be herself, even if it ruffles a few feathers along the way. So, is Chappell Roan telling it like it is or just stirring the pot for the sake of it? Whether you're on board with her blunt style or think she's too much, one thing's for sure, she's not about to change for anyone.